Teams yoga in quarantine. I had a good question. The proper way to engage the core in yoga, the proper way to engage this part of the body in yoga. If you give your tailbone a slight tuck, and that means pushing your butt forward a little, pulling up through the belly, you engage in the belly, and then you pull the belly button slightly upward towards the ribs. And you can overdo that, like I'm doing it right now. I'm like, pull up. If you relax that a little, but keep it engaged, that's the proper amount of core engagement in most yoga postures. Okay, so keep that in mind this morning. We'll do a fairly gentle class today. We did a more fierce class on Tuesday, and I might kind of keep it that way. Tuesday, pretty physical class. Thursday, a little more gentle. Come to the front of your yoga mat. Split your feet hip width apart. Align the inner edges of your feet like railroad tracks, nice and steady on your mat. And then bending your knees, push down into your feet. Lift the toes slightly, shift right and left, forward and back, and feel that your feet have four corners. And then keeping your feet, the four corners, and slightly straighten the knees. And you can even lock the knees back and then give them a micro bend forward. There should be a little bit of a micro bend there. Give the tailbone a tuck, pull the belly in and the belly button slightly upwards. Good. Push the shoulders back, chest forward, gaze forward, chin tilts down just slightly. Beautiful. Take a deep in breath. Exhale, relax your engagement, but keep the alignment. Again, inhale. Engagement slightly relaxed, but alignment maintains. Inhale, sweep the arms upward. Left hand grabs right wrist, right foot, firm into the mat, pulling to a side stretch. Good. Breathing. Pushing right hip outward, pushing right foot downward. Breathing. And then inhaling, coming up, switching sides. Right hand, left wrist, left foot pushing, left hip pushing outward. Watching your tendency to twist the body, keep it in one line, breathe. Inhale, coming up center, shoulders dropping down the back, chest lifting, belly engaged, pull it in and up. Slight back bend, be gentle, hips pushing forward, glutes engaged, chin tips upward, be gentle with the neck, breathing. And then inhaling up to standing, hands to hips, slight bend in the knees, slow forward bend. Notice the tendency of the feet to rock outward in a forward bend and bring the four corners of the feet back into activity. Take some weight into your hands. Shift left, shift right. Good. Nice stretch in the glutes, lower back. Bending your knees as much as you need to. And then a half lift, hands slide up to the knees. Inhale, firm belly, long spine. Exhale, forward bend. Hold that length in the back. Inhale, arch upwards, looking slightly forward, belly engaged, lots of length in the spine. Exhale, forward bend, downward. One more. Inhale, arching upwards, slight look forward, shoulders back. Exhale, place the hands, step the feet back, and plank pose. Good. Plank pose, belly is quite engaged, pulling in and slightly up. Hips drop a little bit. Make a nice long line, looking slightly forward. Hands are engaged, pushing through the base of the thumb, the base of the small finger, base of the middle finger. Inhale. Drop your knees to the mat. Exhale, all the way downward. Tops of feet pressing into the mat. glutes engaged, legs engaged. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, cobra. Lift the chest. Shoulders back and down. Gaze forward, but be gentle on the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release the chest. Tuck the toes under. Push up to the knees. Hips back, downward facing dog. Down dog has a lot of engagement. Belly button pulling slightly in and upwards. Hands are engaged, pushing. Hips are pulling. Long line of the spine from the top of the head to the hips. Shift a little right and left. Pedal your legs, bending one knee, straightening opposite leg. As you inhale, look forward to your thumbs, and as you exhale, step your feet forward. Half lift. Inhale, firm belly. Exhale, long spine. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, push to the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, we'll keep moving. Sun salutations. Forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, place the hands, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, release downward to the mat. Inhale, cobra, legs are engaged, glutes are engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Core is engaged, knees are bent. Push, inhale, all the way up. Exhale, continue flowing. Forward bend. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, hands are placed, feet step back, plank. Plank, inhale. Exhale, release to the mat. Inhale, cobra, chest lifting, glutes engaged. Exhale, onto the knees and up to downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, feet step forward. Inhale, half lift, engagement in the belly. Exhale, forward bend. Slight bend to the knees, push. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend, placing hands, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest lifts, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. We're going to raise the right leg as you inhale, raising the right leg, stacking the right hips over the left hips. Good. Reach through the right toes. Long line of energy from the toes down to the spine, into the head, into the hands. Breathing. Inhale, square the hips, look to your right thumb. Exhale, step to your right thumb. Left knee drops down to the mat. Both hands come to the right knee, push the body up. Good. Engage the core, make the spine long and strong. Hands can be at the knee, hands can come upward. Breathing. Now, alternatively, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up, and we're in a lunge. Good. You have two ways to take the posture. Breathing. Next exhale, right hand comes down to right knee. Left arm reaches forward, left leg reaches backwards. Take the left hand to the inside of the right foot, a little weight into the arm, and then open out to the right, shoulders drawing down the back. Good. Long expansiveness in the spine, expansiveness in the chest. Deep breathing to the chest. Next inhale, rotate back down. Place your hands around the front foot. Step back, plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, release downward to the mat. Inhale, cobra, chest lifting. Exhale to the knees and then to downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Slowly lifting the left leg up on the inhale. Hips are opening, stacking, and feel that long line of energy from left toes into the head, into the hands. Breathing, holding still. Inhale, square hips, look to left thumb. Exhale, left foot steps forward, right knee drops down. Hands come up to the forward knee. Good. Find alignment in the body and then choose to tuck the back toes under if you like. Come up to the full lunge. You can always stay down on the back knee. Arms when you're ready. The arms aren't necessary. Some people have tense shoulders. It's better to have the arms down. Slide the shoulders down the back, open the chest. Soften the gaze, and on your exhale, left hand comes down to left knee. On your inhale, right foot reaches, right leg long, right arm reaches. Hand comes to inside of the foot, and we open out to the left. Good. Open the chest, push it forward. Breathing. Inhale, look down, frame the front foot. Exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, release downward to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, step your feet forward to your hands. Half lift with an engaged core. Exhale, forward bend. Rock the feet in, four corners of the feet active. Inhale, push it all the way up. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. Good. Bring your weight into your left foot. Engage your left glute, left leg completely. Lift your right knee up and then extend your right leg forward. Toes are pulling back, ball of the foot's pressing out. Keep the hips level. Notice there's a tendency to raise the hip a little bit. The key is an engaged left leg. The core powers this. Breathing. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, we're going to come into flight. Firm in the left leg. Right leg reaches back, hips remain level, chest is down, gaze is slightly forward. Arms can come into wings, or they can just be neutral. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend the front knee. Right foot steps back. Angle the right foot down. Front foot forward. Come into your forward knee. Your lower body is in warrior one. Chest is open. Inhale the arms up, warrior one. Alternatively, you can have arms like a cactus. And for many people, that opens the chest more than arms straight up. Good. Whole body is engaged and breathing. Sweep the arms back. Bind the hands in some way, grabbing opposite wrist and open the chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to bend forward, pushing into the right leg, right foot, coming down over the bent left knee, raising the arms to your ability. Breathing deeply. Alternatively, you can always do this with the back knee down. Good. Coming back up, inhale. Straighten the front leg, and then we're going to turn all 10 toes towards the left side of our mat. Align the feet, legs are engaged, 4 feet, 4 corners of the feet are active, hands are at the hips. Inhale, present the chest. Exhale, nice, slow, steady forward bend all the way up the spine, stopping halfway down. Check your core engagement. Belly button to spine, engage belly button pulling upward to ribs. Breathing. Legs are engaged. 4 corners of the feet are active. Breathing. Looking just down, place your left hand the center of the mat and keep the core engaged. And we're rotating out towards the right foot. Shoulders are pulling down the back, neck is long, core remains engaged. Breathing deeply to the chest. Inhale, exhale. And then we'll slowly switch that over. Chest moving down. Right hand moves into position, opening out to the left. Position of the upper arm is vertical. I like to wrap mine in my spine somehow, or sometimes. Breathing with the whole body, rotating back down, and then bending the knees as much as you need to. Let's bring the upper body all the way down. You might be quite tight and you might need to bend the knees a whole lot. That's just fine. And then rock the torso with an engaged core, a little to the right, a little to the left. Good. Keep that movement natural. Feeling good. Lifting through the hips. Come a little deeper into the forward bend. The muscles may be tight along the back of the body, but they shouldn't feel overstretched. Be super gentle. Shifting hips right, shifting hips left. Beautiful. Come back to center. Elevate the torso a little. Re-engage the core, 4 corners of the feet, legs, hands to the hips. Long spine, long neck. Inhale. Good. Coming all the way up. We're turning forward. Long, straight front leg. Now, keep your focus in this front leg. Toes are slightly lifted, leg is engaged. Walking my hands down the leg, take a forward bend, and then surrounding the foot. Alternatively, drop the back knee down, flex the foot, toes are lifted. Nice big stretch for the hamstring. Breathing, bending the front knee as much as you need to. Noticing the foot will rock out to the left. Get the 4 corners on the mat. Breathing. If you drop to a knee, come back up. We're going to come to standing splits. Get the 4 corners of the foot active, especially these front 2 corners. Bend the back knee. You're going to push up. Good. Toes are lifted. Right leg is lifting. Doesn't really matter how high. And one option is to keep it down on the ground. Lifting, balancing. Pay attention to the alignment of the front foot. Bending the front knee as you need, straightening as you're able. Inhale. Exhale, right foot coming down, hip width from the left foot. Next inhale, half lift, long, strong. Exhale, forward bend, and then inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, nose. Weight shift into the right foot, four corners. Leg is active, glutes are active. Inhale, lifting the front knee, extending the front leg. Good. Dorsiflexed foot, ball of foot is reaching out, toes are pulling back. All this happens from the core down into the extended leg. Breathing. One option is to bring the arms up if your balance is good. Don't dump into the low back. Inhale. Exhale, taking flight. Chest forward. Hips remain level. Notice that there's a tendency to rotate upwards with the left hip. Good. Firm in the standing leg. Inhale. Core is active. Exhale. Good. Bending into the front knee. Left foot steps back. We're in a lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. In the lunge, we're going to straighten the front 10 toes. Out the feet. Bring your hands behind you. Open your chest. Bind your hands in some way. And with engaged legs, four corners of the feet active, bending forward and down. Belly button pulling in and up, four corners of the feet are active. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop your arms down to your low back. Release, bring your arms forward. Good, lifting the body halfway up. Hands are engaged. Core is engaged. Hands to the hips. Legs and feet are engaged. Inhale, coming all the way up. Right foot turns forward. Left foot angles in. Bend into the front knee. Come nice and deep. Bind the hands behind you, chest forward. Pushing a little into the back leg, engaging the core. Bend forward and downward. Same thing, raising the arms to your ability. Be careful with the shoulders. Dropping the back knee is always an option here. Chest is open, breathe wide to the chest. Again, back, drop down to the hips and then release them forward. Prepare for standing splits by pushing the right leg back. We're already in the forward bend. Straightening the right knee to your ability. Four corners of the foot are active. Core is engaged. Gaze is downward. Take that stretch first and then look a little forward. Bend the back knee and push out and lift up. Inhale, exhale, left foot hip width from right foot. Good, half lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward bend. And then bend to the knees, push into the four corners of the feet. Glide upwards, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's step to the back of the yoga mat. And at the back of the mat, again, find the four corners of the feet. Align your railroad track feet. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Walk the hands out to plank. And in plank, you always have the option of dropping the knees, pull the belly in and up. Shoulders back, looking slightly forward. The neck is an extension of the spine. Inhale. Exhale, release all the way down to the mat. Now, tops of the feet flatten out, hip width apart. Notice that the feet will rotate out. The heels will point out to the corners of the room. Bring them in a little bit. Tops of feet pressing. Tuck the tailbone. Pubic bone pushes down into the mat. And then arms float alongside the body. Lift the chest. Good. Keep the legs down and engaged. Lift the chest. This is powered by the core. Belly button to spine. Belly button to ribs. Sweep the arms around to the front of the mat. Stack the hands, forehead down. Rock the hips, right and left. In this section of the class, you want to make sure you're not dumping into the low back. And the way you avoid that is by engaging the glutes, engaging the legs, and locking the core. Beautiful. Locust pose. Sweep the arms out and back. Flip the palms. Palms are up. Tuck the tailbone down into the mat. And then lift the shoulders, the chest, the hands, and then lift the legs. Good. Engage the glutes. That's how you save that lower back. And then look forward, arching, gentle on the neck. Breathing. Release the legs down, sweep the arms forward, stack the hands. Forehead down, rock the hips, right and left, right and left. Good. You should feel a little release when you rock those hips. One more like this. Tops of feet pressing into the mat. Your hands remain stacked. Tuck the tailbone, pubic bone into the mat. Forehead to the up to the hands. And then with your core locked and your tailbone tucked, inhale the hands and the head upward. Good. Keeping that alignment in the back of the neck, shoulders down. Breathing. Exhale, release. Inhale, same thing, coming upward, glutes engaged. Exhale, release. One more, inhale, tailbone tucked. This is powered from the core. Exhale, release. Take your hands alongside your chest. Tuck your tails, knees wide, hips back, child's pose. You can place your head on your mat or stack your hands. And again, a little shift to the left, shift to the right. Tends to provide some release in the low back. Regulate your breathing. And then coming up and out of child's pose, come towards the middle of your mat, knees about hip width apart. And we're going to rise the torso up, stacking the hips over the knees, tucking the toes under. Beautiful. Now, this back bend is very important to engage the core. So belly button pulls in, slightly upward, glutes are engaged, hips begin to press forward. Lift the chest, backwards bending. Pubic bone pushing forward. Hands come to the low back for support. Don't overcook this. You can become a little hypermobile and you can throw out your low back. So engaged core, engaged glutes. It'll limit the depth of the back bend, but keeping it safe. Breathing to the chest, wide. And then coming up and out. Put your hips onto your heels with your toes tucked under. Good, broken toe pose. Nice stretch for the fascia in the bottom of the feet. It's completely intolerable for some people. I can totally understand that. You can always flatten the toes out. Breathing. Coming down onto your hips, your right leg swings around forward, and your left leg, left sole of foot into right thigh. Good. So right knee is pointing out 90 degrees. And then face what your torso wants to face naturally towards the center and find your engagement. Belly button to ribs, belly button in and then up to ribs. Spine is long. And then slowly rotate out towards your extended leg. Inhale. And then holding that core engagement and breathing to the chest, exhale. Walk the hands forward and down. Yoga is a curious mixture of effort and surrender, and this posture embodies both effort and surrender. I'm using my left hand to grab the outside of my right foot, and slowly, with each exhale, a little surrender. Toes are flexed back towards the body, knee bends upward as much as you need. Inhale, core remains engaged. Exhale. Each exhale, you find yourself relaxing a little bit, but the muscles are never loose, they're always working. And then inhale, you're going to start to push with your right hand, releasing your left hand, coming back up to that neutral spine position, facing forward. Good. Let's rearrange. Left leg extends, right sole of foot comes in, right knee pointing out. There's your angle. Neutral spine, engaged core, inhale. Rotating towards the extended leg. Notice that the foot will tend to rotate out. Roll the leg nice and flat. Inhale. Toes are flexed. Exhale. Slowly coming down into the stretch. Time is your friend here. And in quarantine, I guess more and more I've been discovering that time can be your friend. Slowing down and taking time to think about things is not all bad, even though it feels uncomfortable. Little exhale. This side is tighter for me, so I can't bring my hand up to my foot. Knee can bend up. Each out breath. A little bit of surrender, keeping core engaged with the in breath, broadening the chest. Right hand is coming back alongside the knee, left hand too, pushing the body back up. Good. Both legs forward. We're going to come onto our back. Laying down onto your mat. First of all, just get yourself in the right position, rocking left and right. You can pull your knees into your chest and rock your hips a little bit, loosening the low back and the glutes. And then we're going to prepare for bridge pose. Placing your feet near your hips, about hip width apart. You should be able to reach down with your hand and touch the back of your heel just a little bit, or get close. And then find the core four corners of the feet. So rotating the feet inward and outward, forward and backward. The feet are flatly on the ground, the toes are slightly lifted. And we're going to do a tailbone tuck, and that's all. So engaging the core, you slightly lift the hips, pubic bone pushes up and then back down. So you feel that pelvic tilt. Take that pelvic tilt and hold it. Keep that core engaged. And then slowly rising it upward. The knees travel forward. The arms are relaxed alongside the body. You can lift the head and you can walk the shoulders in if that's accessible for you. The knees pulling forward, extend the spine. The core protects the low back, engaged and breathing with whole body. Slowly lowering your hips back down or back down. Let's just leave everything in a neutral position right now. Knees and feet stay where they are. Take several breaths in that supported position. And then we're going to elevate the legs. So taking your hands, stack them beneath the sacrum, and just gives the hips a little bit of elevation, and then knees up, and then legs up. Core remains a little bit engaged. This is a good place to practice proper core engagement. Pull the belly button to the spine and upwards towards the ribs. Take an inhale, and then on your exhale, relax that engagement a bit, holding the alignment. And continue working with your breath, relaxing the engagement a bit on the exhale, but holding alignment, breathing with whole body. Good. And then tip your hips up a little, remove your hands, let your left leg bend at the knee, coming down and supporting. Take your hands up, wrap them around the calf as you lift your shoulders upward. Dorsiflex the foot, ball of foot pressing, toes pulling back, and then just a nice opening in the hip, only bringing your head and shoulders back as you're able, bending your knees as you need to, especially your right extended knee, breathing. Good. We're going to switch that over, bending the right knee, right foot down, left leg coming up, lifting shoulders, upper back, hands wrapping at the calf, toes flexed, and then as you are able, slowly lowering upper body down. Good. Release and bend that knee down. Pull your knees into your chest. Rock your hips a little right and left. And find a comfortable seated position. Rolling on your side to come out. Find a spot on your mat where you can sit. Put your spine against the wall. A chair or a couch will do just fine. Support your body with that slight core engagement. Shoulders back and down. Enjoy the way your body feels. Relax your eyes. You can put them at half mast or you can close them. Open and close your mouth, relaxing your jaw, using your hands if you need to. The seating should be comfortable. Engagement is slight. Body is in alignment. We'll take just a couple of minutes to do our metta meditation for loving kindness. We don't need to regulate our breath. Let it happen naturally. Repeating after me, either aloud or in your mind. Fully committing yourself to these phrases, accepting the images that come into your mind as you repeat them. Saying, may I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I walk with ease within my community. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I walk with ease within my community. And then bringing the image of another person into your mind, taking the first person who floats in. May she be safe. May she be happy. May she be healthy. May she walk with ease within her community. Safe, happy, healthy, easy. It's a good time to lay back on your mat and take a rest. Maybe it's time to move on with your day. I wish you the very best day, the remainder of your week, and I'll set up the yoga for next week as well. So thank you very much for joining me. Your feedback is always welcome. Namaste.